Hello, Starshine. This is Smadar from Song of Stones, and I am a crystal whisperer, which means I talk to stones and they talk to me. And these guys come from a very small group of very rare crystals that have a hematite coating, and that hematite coating has rainbows in it, as you can see. And it's interesting that these guys started singing about a week ago, just before we were experiencing here in Canada a week of gray skies, rain and stormy weather and blustering wind and just really grayness for a full week, every day. And so isn't it interesting that these guys started singing just before the gray skies? I think that's just lovely that the crystals brought in that beautiful rainbow energy for me, for all of us, at a time where I'm sure we all need it for many, many reasons. Rainbows are always, always lovely to receive, to see, to be witnessed. There's something about them that just draws us. And I think there's probably many, many, many reasons. I think the big ones are that rainbows are a symbol, a powerful symbol of hope. But also it's because we're so drawn to color. Color is one of the most profoundly transformative elements I have encountered in this world. And color with crystals is even beyond that. There's something extra magical about experiencing color through the crystalline ones. And we know that many people will connect with crystals when they want to, specifically colored crystals, when they want to align their chakras, balance and energize and align their chakras. When we connect with rainbow crystals for that, we have all the colors at once and we can do all the chakras at once. And the really amazing thing about the color through crystals is that the crystals hold this infinite amount of color energy in their tiny little forms. Well, not always so tiny. But it doesn't matter how big the crystal. Size has nothing to do with it. They hold the energy of the color, and that energy is infinite. It's unlimited. There's an endless supply. So when we connect with a rainbow colored crystal or any colored crystal, we have access. We have this, it's almost as if, let me put it this way, it's almost as if there are 7 beautiful chalices of crystal energy that we can drink from and they'll never run dry. So when we are balancing our color, and this is the other beautiful thing, and it doesn't matter how many colors we need or which colors that we need or whether we need more of one color and less of another color. That happens just automatically. We don't have to think about it. We don't have to figure out what we need, how much we need of one color and how much we need of another. It just all happens beautifully, naturally, automatically, when we're connecting with the color energy through crystals, and especially rainbow colors, rainbow crystals. And these ones are interesting because normally with crystal energy, with rainbow crystals, we're usually seeing rainbows in clear crystals. Oftentimes it's because the crystals has had an inner fracture. When the rainbow is diffracted through that shattering inside the crystal, and it brings out this beautiful, because the rainbows are always there, we just don't always see them. So that shattering opens up it diffracts the light so that we can see all the colors. I hope I said that right. Don't quote me, but you get the idea. Anyways, so normally we see rainbows in clear quartz crystals. There are some very rare occasions where we see the rainbows on the surface of a crystal, and in this case in a dark crystal. Some of them are even black. These ones have more of the ones that are here have more of a red tinge, which you'll expect with hematite. But there is another type of crystal. It's called anandamide, aka rainbow quartz, and they are this gorgeous. They're not clear. They're not quite opaque. They've got this coating on them, and they have this milkiness to them, kind of like girasol or milky quartz. Not quite opaque like the white quartz, like the snow quartz, but almost like this blue tinge to some of them. They're really special. I highly encourage you to take a look at them on the website. They are one of my most favorite crystals, if I can say that. I know I say that with all the crystals, but because I love them all, but they are very special. Anyways, these also have the rainbow, like the anandamide, have the rainbow on their faces, which, and the sides, their surface area. And that is really rare to come by. They kind of, when I first saw them, they reminded me of the rainbows you see in oil slicks. And isn't it interesting? I looked up because I thought, I wonder if there's some sort of connection between petroleum and hematite, because I see the rainbows in both of these elements. And what I found was really interesting, that they, in the oil drilling, they use hematite to regulate the pressure of the oil wells so that they don't have a blowout. So isn't it interesting that hematite is connected to blood? I mean, one of the hematite stones is called bloodstone. So I just found that really fascinating. We often will get an insight into a crystal's metaphysical properties by looking at their physical properties. And in this is one of those cases. So what else did I want to tell you about these crystals? These crystals, rainbows, are known to be portals to other dimensions, other realities, other worlds. And these crystals specifically whispered to me that one of their most beautiful magical properties is that they open up these portals. So, for instance, if you want to connect with the spirit realm and you want to connect to a loved one who has passed, or if you want to connect with, the fairy realm, or if you want to, if there's a reason you need to go to a different dimension or a different time or a different place in the universe. These guys are masters at opening up portals. And there are two in particular that have very special portals. Let me grab them. See if I can show you. Okay. This one, I don't know if you can see it, but I see what looks to me like Elphaba from Wicked. And what I'm hearing from this crystal is that this crystal is here to guide someone who is working with the Wiccan arts, and someone who is either struggling with identity or who is misunderstood or not seen for who they really are. There's more to it, but that's the gist. It's really, really very magical when the messages are not just clearly heard, but clearly seen. And then the other one is a shamanic stone. I'm going to see if I can, there we go. And there's very clear image there. I don't know if you'll see what I see, but I'm going to share with you what I'm seeing, which is a connection to the wild ones, the animals of our planet. Any planet, really. But especially the lions. And the really amazing thing is when you start to connect and listen to and hear the wild animals, the lions. If you connect to one, okay, let me put it this way. This crystal is going to show you how to do that, how to hear the song, the whispers of the animal kingdom, of the wild kingdom. And once, especially specifically lions, because that's what I'm seeing. But once you connect to the lions, you, by learning how to listen to another species, you learn how to understand all of them. It's really cool. And what's even more cool is that as you're learning to listen to other beings, you learn a lot more about yourself. Isn't that so amazing? Anyways, I think it is. So that's these beautiful crystals for you. And whether you bring one home or not, there's not that many of them, I invite you to connect in with the energy of the rainbows through these crystals, just through this video. And you can, or through the image if you want. If you want to see more pictures, they'll be up on the website. You can look at this week's light log post. They'll be in there. There'll be at least one picture, if not more. And you can look up rainbow crystals on the website and connect to any of the crystals there, any of the rainbow crystals there. And crystals are beyond time and space, and you can connect with them anytime. And if you want to go a little deeper, once a month we have a crystal live. It's a crystal journey to connect with a message, a personal message from your own crystal. And I also will listen for a personal message for somebody in the live group as well. But really, just showing up and being around other like-hearted people, other crystal people, learning and deepening your connection with the stone beings and getting messages, personal messages from the crystals. It's a little like what that shamanic stone is offering up to show you how to connect more deeply with the messages from other beings, and in that way connect more deeply to yourself. So until then, by the way, if you want to sign up to receive the invitations for the Crystal Lives, you're welcome to do so at songofstones.com. There will be a link below the video. There will be a link on our Instagram and our Facebook pages. And you can always reach out if you have any issues finding out how to get notifications of these lives. And you'll also get, when you sign up, other things as well, other little gifts. But even if you just show up to the lives, that in and of itself is an amazing thing. All right, so have a beautiful rainbow colored day or night, or whatever time it is for you, wherever in the world you are. And may you always see the rainbows, even when they are hidden. Many, many blessings, my friend.